we are here today. So we predict for Saturday, but we did already today
Yeah,
because we have a little bit time.
yeah.
Sorry, more you have time because me I'm working in my house in the morning.
Have the time to do it then. It's we're doing it because it's fun to do, and there's so many things happening in just only one day, so that it's easy for us to talk about a lot of subject.
Yeah, like wait every 2 days because
Yeah,
we have Medvedev like out after the
yeah,
first round. Was good one more time because like it talk about like he talk with the judge.
yeah,
For me, he's talking with the judge and lost concentration and was
yeah.
good every time and everybody. But I say before, I heard here in Rio because Thiago is from Rio.
Yeah.
You have the coach have like a um, logo here
Yeah.
of the academy of one of biggest academy in Rio. The
Okay.
name is Tennis Route,
Okay.
and so I saw the coach with the logo of the.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, yeah. I will do it pro tournament there. So it's like pro tournament. You understand? It's
Yeah, yeah.
like it's like I don't know my game. I saw my match like I lost, and I say no, I play very bad.
Yeah, yeah. But it happens. But um, have you seen the reaction like after the game that when he won, he just to, like went to change and what the all this trainer and all that stuff were there. He was like so happy because I think it was his first win this year in the main kind of ATP tour. I think he had a bit of win in the ATP Challenger, but his first win against the top 10, his first win at Roland Garros, I think, and his first win of the year, and his like its first win against Medvedev also. So
Yeah, but like Medvedev said, he was playing good. I said too when we are talking here. I said he's very talented.
yeah, and you were right.
Um he just have to be stop a little bit lazy, but I think he's like he was not lazy. I heard like the press conference. They talk
Mhm.
about like they talk about um, oh I don't have the name the conjugal violence.
Yeah, yeah. They call it the domestic. I
Yeah,
don't know.
domestic violence.
Yeah, but it's yeah. I get what you're saying.
So and for me it was not like the time.
Yeah,
So, you don't talk about this. The guy beat one of the best in the world.
yeah, and
I don't say in clay, but in
yeah, but it seems for me like I don't know how to like if you can relate to this, but like here in Canada we have a mini series that happened. It was like a pro player that was playing and had a lot of trouble. A bit the same thing that as Wild had, and like he's winning here on Montreal in the series and all that stuff, and the only thing that the interviewer are talking about is problem and not talking about the win. And it was like but I won against this player and all that
yeah,
stuff. Really seems like a mini series where they're like, okay, it's fine, it's your greatest win of your career, and we don't care. Like kind of weird, but yeah. I and especially because those things are kind of tough. We don't know the whole story. We don't know what happened and all this stuff. So I feel like it's kind of weird about this when the guy just played probably the best game of his career.
He played very well after like who we got after after Mehdi. Because for me, Mehdi was my. I like this guy.
Yeah, and
Um,
watching a bit of the older live that we did, and
uh, it can be it can be good for Thiago.
yeah, but I think it,
The next can be good for for Thiago. The
prediction were not that really good. I personally talked about like how Medvedev would took his rhythm and just win easy game, and I saw because you're French, you probably know this. Was it? I know it was a big account, in French tennis, and it was like saying during the game like, oh, Medvedev took the lead in the third set 6-2. Now it's the end. Like he's gonna win easy.
yeah,
And I was like, and it was after the game was finished, and people were saying, "Oh, this is not a good prediction to make," and yeah, it happens.
yeah. I like French commentator because like they talk is like, yeah, it's an easy game. You don't make a mistake, and
Yeah,
at this perfect moment, the guy make a huge shank.
but it's kind of weird because here in Quebec, because in Canada we're not speaking French, we're just speaking French in Quebec, obviously, but
Yeah,
we're not like that. It's kind of weird, like difference between in France and here. Like here, it's more like well, there's the respect part of the tennis is really there. Like even if the guy gets beat like 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, like they're like, oh, it's fine, he's doing his job, it's tough for him today, and they're not like, oh, it's the easiest game for the other player and all that stuff. They're always respecting the player. They know that they're giving their best, and sometimes it happens. We all lost games 6-0, 6-0, but like they're like, okay, now it's fine, you just need to work on that, you need to work on that and all that stuff. So it's kind of weird to see the difference, and probably like if you're listening in Japanese and in whatever, it should be different throughout every country.
yeah. There is a lot of things. It's like example I can show here in Brazil. There is like a lot of difference about many things. Um, so it's the culture and education. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, yeah.
So already on live we have Sinner Tamayer.
Okay.
So
No,
it's
so win,
pretty.
but the last time we said that, Medvedev lost, and um, I don't remember what your prediction in terms. Do you remember your upset? So the guy that should win but that's gonna lose. I
I pick Mehdi and Stan. All two lost.
Yeah,
But
oh,
Kokinakis,
yeah,
nothing to say. It's
but
like he stay on the game and he
yeah,
play very good.
but I don't know if you remember, but I think Kokinakis and Wawrinka played against each other in the Australian Open. Yes, was it that game that lasted for like? No, it's Kokinakis Murray. Okay,
Yeah,
no,
it's
yeah,
Murray.
yeah, yeah, but Kokinakis seems to find he's a talented player for sure. I always loved the way he plays, but I don't know. It's same thing like you were saying with Sebot Wild. It's more about maybe laziness more than talent because the guy has a lot of talent. And I remember like it was really good, but he doesn't seem to find great result.
I don't know. I don't know if the laziness or I think maybe is the attraction of Kyrgyz.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
You understand?
but
It's
but
like they play double together,
yeah,
and they are very good friend, best friend. They won a Grand Slam in, and there is people who won a Grand Slam and say, I'm gonna fight more. You understand to win more, and you have people have like we say in France like they have big head after that.
yeah, 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 for sure.
So
When
and
you at the Australian Open, it's like if you were winning, for example, the Rio tournament, but it's a Grand Slam, for example.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I don't know. For me, my best is the Australian Open. My
Yeah,
best
me too.
Grand Slam.
Yeah, me too is my favorite Grand Slam. First of all, because when I was younger, I really loved the color, and I was like, oh, it's really nice, and it's kind of weird because now where I work at, where I coach, we are using the color of the Australian Open. So for,
Uh, oh yeah, I saw on your.
yeah, so yeah, that's my favorite color. I don't know, it fits with all the Australian vibes, and I really love the city of Melbourne. I watch a bit of Formula One also, so and the Melbourne track is my favorite track. So there's all of that that comes together, and that makes this Grand Slam my favorite. But like I like every Grand Slam. I feel like they are all different, and that's the main part that makes tennis really good, and that you want to watch all the Grand Slam.
Yeah, it's the first one of the year, and the things is like the crowd are so amazing. They
Yeah,
are like start with one guy, and when he start to win too much, they
yeah,
start to be with the other guys because they want like they don't care who won. They want who gonna win. They want like just 5 hours of match. You understand?
really, I think
To
they're
stay in the stadium and drinking.
yeah. Yes, like every Grand Slam when an Australian player is playing, for sure they're gonna uh, shout a lot, and
Yeah.
they're always gonna be okay, thank you, that's it, okay, fine, stop shouting and all that stuff. But that's the same thing at Wimbledon. That's the same thing like for all the Grand Slam. But the thing, like you said, yes, I don't personally, I don't feel like it's the same thing at Roland Garros. I feel like they're fan of tennis, but I was watching, and you probably didn't see it because I think it was just on Canadian TV. But Shapovalov's games against Arnaldi yesterday. Uh, First of all, he was playing on court 12, and there were around max 60 people,
Wow.
and probably most of them were there because they bought the cheapest ticket, like at Roland Garros, and they were like,
You
"Oh,
don't
it's
need. I think you don't need to pay to be there.
no." Okay, so
Uh,
probably I saw most of them were Italian fan because Arnaldi is Italian, and
yeah.
to to just try to help him to beat Shapovalov, it didn't happen. But um, no, it's kind of weird, and I get that, like there's so many games going on at the same time, so it's tough to have that many people all the time at every game. But yeah,
Yeah, and you pick like Shevchenko.
yeah, and he lost.
Yeah, 1-1-2.
Yeah, yeah, it was not. I didn't see the game, but just judging by the result, it didn't won well.
Well, I'm really happy like Fonini is on the round three.
Yep.
So it's against Sebastian Hoffner. I would like really on this one, Roland Garros. There is not Nadal, there is Djokovic, but I really love like there is one guy like far away you don't think I'm gonna win. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, 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 for sure. And maybe Fanny is gonna be the one, but I don't want to like. I feel like now it's only been one night, but once I'm saying like, oh, I think he's gonna go like far in the tournament, and it's gonna be a
I'll
surprise.
talk to nobody. I don't care. It's like I want like the name you're never gonna see win this tournament.
Yeah, and imagine if like Fanny wins the tournament. I know it's like really early to talk about this, but could be like crazy. Imagine the guy is old. You're not thinking about this, and just arrive there and just win.
I
That
think if he won, he take his retirement.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I think you would think about this, and talking about retirement, do you think that was the last game of his match?
Yeah, he won the only match in the year after
Yeah,
his start.
yeah,
1
yeah.
year.
And do you know what was his other win, like the latest win that he had before that? No,
Last for but last Montreal or
my last win before this one, it was against Maxime Cressy, and it was like in August, like
yeah,
big August, and then the next game after that, he was injured about against Draper, and then after that, he just like struggled to.
injured.
Yeah, yeah. And one thing, I don't know if you're following his channel, his YouTube
Yeah,
channel, and it's kind of sad because I feel like people are not understanding how much work he puts on and all that stuff. Like I don't know if you've seen like his vlog of at Indian Wells. He was like really training hard and it was like, oh, I'm really excited for this game playing against Thompson and all that stuff. And he lost like 3-1, I think. And people were like, oh, all this work for just that, like it's so bad and all that stuff. And like it's part of being a pro. Like
I
it's all
I, I don't know. Is I saw um, a documentary of Guga.
okay.
Uh, the things is like Guga when he was his injury. The guys like his coach didn't accept. He didn't like put hit some ball when you have like the injury, but you
Yeah.
have knee injury, so
Yeah.
operation and everything, surgery
Yep.
and the things. He, he build a chair for Guga to be every day on the court.
Just a bit like Del Potro did with his operation. He was hitting on one leg and just like focusing
Yeah,
on
it was
contact.
not on one leg. It's like one leg was straight and the
Yeah,
other, and it was like on the chair and do ah,
but imagine how tough it has to be, like to be stable when you're just on one legs, always hitting the ball that's coming to you, and for sure it has helping, like for sure.
yeah. It's
And then actually, when his knees is fine, then for sure, like his feeling is still there because he was playing all day and all that stuff. And for those players, we get to keep in mind that yes, it's their work, but at the same time, they only know how to do that. So
yeah.
if, for example, I'm saying you're not playing tennis for the next 6 months, it's probably impossible for you to do it. So imagine someone who's playing like how many time like twice a day and all that stuff, and it's impossible.
I don't know. Me personally, I can training. Sure, you need be physically
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Is there is like some things I say to the kids or some things is like when you play a match, film your match. It's like record
Mm-hmm.
your match, and you need to see. And the best match you can see from you is when you lost like
Yeah, because
0-0.
yeah, yeah,
The guy beat you ass. You need to see this match all the time.
yeah,
Like what you do wrong, what you do good. Like because you make a good point. Every point you made was good because you did a good things.
yeah. And you know that you're gonna win the game because you already played the game, and you're like, oh, it's fine. I missed this ball, but I know that I'm gonna win the next one, so it's fine.
But after is like I have my first game, my second game on my pro tournaments. But is I say pro is category pro, okay? But the things is in this kind of tournament, we have really pro ATP player come. Yeah,
Okay, okay, I get. Yeah, yeah, okay. It's like here in Canada we call it open. It's like open to everybody, so everybody
yeah,
can go there, but the level is super high.
yeah. It's like I didn't say the guy. The guy I think is like my level, but I didn't play good. I play with my Yonex, and it's like 3 months I changed my racket. I play with Clash,
Yeah,
and to training. Okay, the Yonex is good.
yeah. But to play a game and to be confident with it, it's totally different.
Yeah, because like it's 1620, so
Yeah,
more control. The flexibility is 59 or 60.
yeah,
And the things is when I would like to when he hit hard and I would like to hit hard, like the flexibility, like play.
yeah,
So I hit hard and the ball still in the court.
yeah. And that's something. I was doing a video, filming a video because I'm always filming in advance. So just to give you an idea, like what I'm filming right now is gonna be released in August. Okay, so because I put always 2 videos a week, and I'm
Yeah.
doing it in advance. And I was talking about the Wilson Clash, and I think I talked a bit about it in my review. But the thing that is weird with the Clash, and that's what you were saying, is that the feeling change every time. So, for example, if I'm sending you a big hard ball, then the racket's gonna be stiff. Okay, not stiff in terms of like 70 RA, like just stiff. Okay, it's gonna.
No,
But
if you play hard, the for me the racket build more stiffness.
yeah, it's gonna be more.
No,
It's,
more no less stiffness. I feel the racket like do
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. If you are hitting the ball hard, yes, that's right. Yeah, but if I'm hitting the ball hard and you're just trying to block the ball, the racket's gonna be
Yeah.
stiff. If I'm sending you a easy ball and you want to attack it, yes, for sure it's gonna be flexible. So the feeling is always changing of the racket, and that's the reason why I think Wilson back in 2000, the first Clash was released in 2017 or 18, something like that. Um, and they handed this racket to like Dimitrov and all that stuff, and they were like, "Oh, it's a really, really good racket," but I'm not playing with it because the field changed all the time, and obviously because they're used to play with
I,
their racket, their
I
stuff.
think I saw a French guy play a Clash on the Roland Garros.
Oh yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah, could happen. I'm trying to find could that.
There is no pro, but I saw maybe it's a pen job. It's like no Kachanov is the
Yeah,
other Russian. There is
yeah,
Karen Kachanov.
and then
The uh,
Sachunin.
Bernard Chorich. No, he's the Croatian guy. Bernard
Oh,
Chorich.
okay. I've not seen, but he's probably the only one on or one of.
He played the Ultra one.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, and talking about gear because we're on the subject, Shapovalov made a weird switch, and if I was the Yonex guy that is in charge of the sponsor and all that stuff, I would not be happy uh, because it changes string. Like normally, he's using Polytour Strike, so it's a black string, okay,
He never
but
used the RPM blast.
no, it's to Polytour Strike. Yannick really wants to, or they're saying because I know that from somebody who was sponsored by Yannick that Yannick's are fine. For example, when he was playing pro, he was using a Yannick's V core and saying that he was using Polytour Spin because it's a blue string, but actually was using Alu Power, but in blue. So maybe
Yeah, it's like it's like Rafael Nadal don't play. He play a special Luxilon.
yeah, yeah, exactly,
He
exactly,
played the original Big Banger, 135, paint in black.
yeah,
I don't
exactly,
know how much pay Babola to have the string paint in black,
yeah,
especially for him.
but
But I remember in 2014-15 for the racket of uh, of Stan Wawrinka, the orange one,
Yeah,
the most famous one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Yonex didn't have um, like a real string
Yeah,
at this time, and when you buy this racket, they say the best string on the Yonex site
yeah.
website. They say the European Blast is the best one for this racket.
Oh, wow, it's
You
weird.
understand?
Yeah, yeah, it's weird. It
So
it was a trend back in the days. Like right now, they're not saying best on racket anymore. Like I until like 2014, 15, they were always saying that like if it would make a difference. Like it was also always say like recommend string for control go with, for example, RPM Blast. For power go with Babala XL, and like it's
yeah.
kind of weird. Like I don't know why they made that, but now they're not doing it anymore. But yeah, and the final thing is Chapeau switched to a blue string, so maybe Alu Power, because I know that he played a bit with Alu Power when he was in junior.
The ice one, the
Yeah,
Alupower ice.
yeah, and but the thing is that his logo, his Yannick's logo, was painted in white.
Oh,
We were not seeing the logo, and at the beginning, like I turn on the TV and it's his game. And I'm like, oh, Chapeau is not sponsored by Yonex anymore. And I'm starting to do research and on Tennis Warehouse forum, and I'm writing like Chapeau's not sponsoring by Yonex anymore, and I find nothing, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of weird. And then I'm seeing like he's changing his racket, and I see a bit of the logo. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of weird. Like normally the logo should be like red or maybe black, but yeah, I don't know how they if they're strict with this or not, but I think they are.
no, but I try. I tried the string Unex, the Polytour
Yeah,
with Ed MP 500.
and
So
which
it's
Politor Fire, Politor Strike, Politor. What was the color?
a black one.
Black, probably Strike or Politor Pro. Was it a comfortable string?
I think it's tour. It's
Okay.
most of the guy here take the tour one.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very good one.
Okay. I don't think we have it here in Canada. Politor, Politor. Uh, we just get to see if it's Politor Pro because all the string of Yannick's are called Politor.
Okay,
String, it's a Politor string, and then you have Politor Strike, Politor Pro, Politor Fire, Politor Rev. You have,
so one settle.
but yeah, like I'm trying Yannick string right now in my rackets, and they're fine. I'm not the biggest fan of it. My favorite is Politor Strike, but yeah, they're okay.
I don't know. Already the best I find is this one.
Yeah, I've never tried the.
The Pro Kinex IQ Exa. If
Are
you
they?
want spin, maintenance tension,
Yeah,
and play, I don't know, 10, 12 hours without like losing tension, losing less than 1 kilo or
yeah,
1 kilo 5 after like past like 12, 13 hours on the court
yeah,
is is one of the is the best one, and I is the one I never broke.
yeah, and
Already is 128. I played the Poly Tour in hybrid,
yeah.
and the Poly Tour is 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're, depends on the gauge,
No,
but yeah.
the Polyfiber player, a tour player. Sorry.
Okay, okay. So, um, that's right now I'm playing with the Vocal Cyclone. Um, that's my string of choice, and but the thing is, it depends on your tension. Like I'm seeing, like your tension is 25 kilos, so it's around
It's 27.
around 60 pounds. I'm stringing at 44 pounds, so it's like 20, 20, 21 or something like that kilo. So a bit lower. But the string tension the string tension is not lasting long, but like I don't really care because I have pretty much all the string that I want at the shop, so I
Yeah,
it doesn't
me,
matter.
uh, me, I
Sometimes,
don't have like a
but
lot
one,
of choice.
yeah, and I'm doing review with that also, so it's kind of, for me it's fun. It's fun because like I'm changing my string. I'm like, okay, which string I want to review next. Like, okay, this one. Okay, let's do a review of this one. And I'm just stringing my racket, and then I have a review, and I have a freshly strung racket also. So
You string in the shop or you have your own string machine?
I set up because I was looking for a stringing machine and all that stuff, and there's many reasons why having a machine is tough. First of all, it's so expensive. It's like seven $7,000 for a good machine, like I have. And then if I have one, then I can only string my own racket because I don't want to. But first of all, in my contract it says you have a no competition clause, so I can't string rackets from like my friends or all that stuff. So it would not be good for me to do it.
No, the only things for me, I have like a Pros Pro because in Europe we have Pros Pro in Germany.
Yeah, yeah,
It's very good brand.
yeah. I know.
Uh, when you don't have money, it's very good brand.
Okay, because I have a guy who is from Morocco. Sorry, Morocco is in French. Morocco.
Yeah.
Um, he's in Canada for like a year max, and he's still using his pros string, and it's kind of weird. It's a stiff string. Like I don't know what is the name of the string. It's a pros black. I don't know the full name of the string.
Oh, is the European black.
Yeah, yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, it seems like it's a good string.
They're they do like the it's like is very cheap, the most cheaper you can have. When I
Okay,
was in Europe, is I buy like a pack of five
yeah,
for around like less than 100 euros.
okay, yeah. It's not that expensive.
No, the things is like because I do a lot of matches and when I'm training is 2 hours when
Yeah,
and I have like around like 4 6 rackets in my bag
yeah,
because I was working I was training example all the morning 3 4 hours
yeah.
I broke two string.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're playing on clay, it's even faster than that normally.
Ah,
Because I feel
not
like clay, like it's so dirty
the
that the strings are just broken. Like you're not experiencing that in Rio, but here obviously in Montreal, you have to take into consideration that we have 6 months of the year when we can play outside. Okay, and when the court outside are reopening and all that stuff, the court are really dirty. Okay, even
uh,
if they to clean the thing, like it has snow on it and then like all dirty and all like it's normal. And I was trying, like I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, I was trying to turn a big hitter, and it was actually a really good string for the price. And but the guy made an error and strung my racket with a 17 gauge, a 1.25, and strung, and it lasted me like 30 minutes because it was so dirty and all that stuff. And I came back with the racket and was like, it's already broken, sorry. And he just like restored my racket for free because it was kind of crazy to break in 30.
but I don't know. It's like because for me it's more difficult. I say for me it's more difficult to broke on the clay
Oh yeah,
because you're not on the sweet spot every time.
no, so that's for sure. Yeah, especially for me on clay.
So that and for me too. And so the things is like uh, I broke more on hard courts
Okay.
because I hit more on the sweet spot.
Yeah, that's. But at the same time, personally, I'm trying to put more spin than power on clay, so my spin.
Yeah,
So that's the reason why it's breaking like pretty easy, because I'm putting a bit of spin also on hard court for sure, but it's not the same amount. Like I'm working a bit more with my racket to put spin on it, and that's probably why. And it depends also on your technique. If you have a more flat technique, then
I broke every time on the backhand.
yeah, but exactly, and it's tough to see from your video because like I'm not here in real time watching you play. So yeah, that's why.
No, my I have one hand backhand, so when you have one hand backhand, you make more spin on the backhand than the forehand.
Okay, and depends on your grip change and all that stuff.
No, because you need really to from down to up.
Okay, yeah,
You do exactly the same things, but the things when you have two hand backhands, you can't follow through. You understand? You have to be that. But one hand
ah,
backhand, you follow through.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
And after, so you have the ball a little bit more on the in the racket. So the spin is like when I play with I have a video with a French pro
Okay,
came here like I don't know. I go to string my racket, and there is a UTR pro,
okay,
and I meet a French guy. I meet just like a week or 2 weeks before left France. I
okay,
meet him like the guy was like -2 or -4.
okay. So really, really good.
Yeah, and he have like one ATP point at this time.
Okay,
And I say, oh, I will move, and I talk like 2 hours with him. Like I'm gonna leave. Oh, it's so weird in France. Like I don't like. And the guy took like take me for shit or something like this. The
okay,
guy who talk a lot,
yeah,
and he came here like nobody's, and he come here in Rio and saw me like in the academy.
okay,
He came from for training, and he
okay.
saw me. Oh, what's up? How are you doing? Oh, you remember me? It's
You
like
did.
him say that because I don't remember him, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
remember me. You understand?
Okay,
And I'm training with him, and he say like my backhand make a lot of spin.
okay. So, but that's a good point, because like guys like Shapovalov, like Wawrinka, and Wawrinka won the title there, but twice, I think. Is it twice or once? No, it's once, right? He won two
Where
times at Roland Garros.
one,
One.
2015.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's tough to. We're always talking about, when the guy has a one-handed backhand, especially on clay, like go for that high ball that spins a lot, so that he's not comfortable hitting the ball and all that stuff. And I don't know if something that gonna hurt Shapovalov because he's jumping and hitting at the same time.
Is
But
for me is playing for the crowd.
yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and that's all. Like we were talking about this like later. Um, like if he's playing against in front of 60 people, then I think for him it's a bit tougher than playing in like on Louis Chatrier. You know, I feel like Shapovalov is made to play in front of big crowd, and that's the reason why his breakout tournament was in Montreal, because he would not have played in front of that huge crowd against Rafael Nadal and all that stuff. He was supposed to do the qualification, I think, and he had a wild
The
card for
wild
the.
card.
And his first game, people forget, but his first game uh, was against Carboles Baena, and it was on the center court. And normally for every other Master 1000, it would have been on court like 400.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
because the
that's
guy have no rank,
yeah,
nothing, uh, master 1000. But the thing is like he's from Montreal, he's Canadian, he's a future star.
yeah,
He's supposed to be a future star. He
yeah,
only have like he just only passed 18 at this time, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. And but the thing is, he's from Toronto, but actually, I don't know if you know this, but he's born in Israel.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
no, I didn't know.
was born here at Tel Aviv, and
Okay,
then his mother was from Russia and flew to Canada. I think she was living there, but she was traveling to Israel or something, like kind of a weird thing. I don't really get it. And she moved to Toronto. She has his own academy, start to develop, Shapovalov and all that stuff. And then Shapovalov went to Montreal to train at the National Training Center and all that stuff. And that's where he met Felix Auger-Aliassime, and they were living together because Felix Auger-Aliassime is from Quebec City and moved to Montreal, so it's 3 hours from Montreal. So they were both like with any parents and all that stuff. So that's why they built this relationship and all that stuff.
wow.
Because
Alex,
you have the same
Ale-
thing like
you
youth.
have Alex Deminor lost.
Oh, against.
Uh, Echeverry.
You know what? It's fine because Dominor is not a clay specialist for sure,
No,
but
but
it is, and that's the kind of thing that I was talking to you Tuesday. Like, you have guys like Kitchery normally at the US Open they won't make to the first round, but like for Roland Garros they can beat Dominor, and it's the only slam where he can beat Dominor for sure because Dominor.
yeah,
I saw him in Montreal last year, and he was playing against Sapovalov. He beat him, and the guy doesn't hit hard at all. Like, I don't know if you have seen him once, but like he's not hitting hard at all. It's just like counter.
run fast.
Yeah, exactly. He's fast and he's counter punching everything. Like, Shapovalov was attacking the ball, he was counter punching on the other side, and then he was like hitting the ball in the crowd and all that stuff. He knows that he's fast, but on clay court he's not used to sliding and all that stuff. So for him it feels kind of weird. And that's something that I can't answer you right now, but you probably can. Um I'm gonna buy my first clay court shoes like after this live. Okay? And I don't know if it makes a difference or not. Like, I'm always,
Yeah, yeah, a lot, a lot.
yeah, so I will feel the difference. I should with it.
Um, you play a tournament in clay if you don't have clay shoes. You slide good, but um, I don't know the name in English. But when you have a contre-pied,
Yeah,
you you can slide.
yeah, yeah. That
So
training I was playing, because I don't know if you know it, but here in Quebec we have a different school system. So instead of doing high school and direct to university, we have year 1 to year 5 in high school, and then we have what we call cégep, and that's a transition between high school and university. You're not. It's you don't have an obligation to go to cégep. Okay.
okay,
Um, but I went there last year and I was playing for my school, and we were playing at the National Training Center, but on the clay court, and the clay court are on the second floor. Okay, so they're not really good. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of weird. They built all the hard court, and then Louis Borfiga was like, "Oh, let's make clay court," and they were like, "We don't have the space because on the other side it's all the stadium for the Rogers Cup and all that stuff." And so it was
wow,
like, okay, so let's make them second floor. And they were like, It's not gonna be good. It's on the second floor. Like, what can you do with that?" It was like, "Don't worry, and like we have clay court. It's gonna be fine." And I was playing there, and always like, the guy does a drop shot, and you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna run for it," but you're like always
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. So
sliding.
you have some plastic under.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a weird thing. It's like I have the same things when I was in my club in France. Is what it was the same clay.
Yeah,
So you slide easily, difficult to start to run.
yeah.
Um, it's very speedy, more speed than a hard court.
But we're talking like clay court saying clay court shoes. You know, it's really important. But I feel like it's not. It's still not part of the culture here. I'm talking to all my players and I'm like, you have clay court shoes, and they're like, oh yeah, yes, I have. I'm like, okay, let me like show me the outsole of your shoes, and they're like, okay, and they're showing me, and I'm like, it's not the clay court shoes, like it's an all court shoes.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
and then we're not selling like for store. It's not something that you want to do, sell clay court shoes, because you won't sell anything. So
No,
they you sell all court shoes, but I feel like probably in Brazil it's completely different.
no. It's like here the all court shoes is more cheaper than
Oh,
the.
because you practically don't have hardcore.
It depends the state.
Okay,
It
but my
depends the state. Cause you go to São Paulo, there is more art court than here
okay,
in Rio.
okay,
Because more you go up on the
yeah,
around the Amazon, more
yeah,
there is hot and more humidity.
yeah. Okay, so I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, it's
And São Paulo is on the south,
yeah,
so it's more like France. The you have winter, summer, so you
oh
have a really. But here the summer, like yesterday, I was so cold. It was raining. I was cold. Like I make a jogging like in my house all the
yeah,
year. You like you're in claquette and I
yeah,
don't know like all
yeah,
the
yeah,
year you have an eye and like a short all the year and just like in July or something like this, you just have like a jacket on you.
yeah. So that's why the Rio tournament is in April or May. April.
No, is April,
Oh,
March or April. March. No, it's February or March, some things like this.
okay, because it's the end of the summer and the beginning of
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
but you saw the guy. They most of the guy they have like didn't take the second ball in the short
yeah, yeah,
because the humidity is so high. Then like you put the ball in the short,
yeah,
and the ball have all the you hit the ball, so the ball is very heavy,
yeah.
but after like they have all the clay on the and you
Uh,
can't play anymore the ball.
and the ball is so heavy and all that. So yeah, yeah, for sure.
So it's so but the thing is like you're training in here in Brazil for 2 3 years every day and for physically condition.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be
It's
good at.
like after is like you can play everywhere.
Here we have like different conditions. So right now it's like 30 degree plus right now for the last like 3 days. So it's really hot.
Yeah,
But for us it's really hot. And and then you have, because we have a four season here. It's kind of different, a bit like France. So we have summer, spring, autumn, and then you have the winter. So we all have those changes, and we can play outside, for example, in the autumn, but it's gonna be like 8 degrees, and the ball is not bouncing.
oh
So we
yeah,
up all the time. It's tough for injuries because you're so cold and you're warming up, and you don't feel that you're warmed up, and you don't feel your grip when you're playing.
yeah. I know that. It's like
Yeah,
when you play in France
yeah,
in winter.
yeah, same thing. And yeah, it's totally different. Um, So we don't have talked about Djokovic, right? On the live, we have talked about it before the live start.
Yeah,
But yeah, so Djokovic was using a patch like a bit like Iron Man. and he claims pretty much nothing. He didn't say why he's doing it. And for me, they're first of all, I don't feel like Djokovic is telling every, like he's not telling his secret. For many reasons, he want to have the edge on his opponent, for sure. And I think part to it is not for me. It's legal. Like for sure, he knows that it's legal because like he wouldn't have like showed how it works and all that stuff. For me, it's completely legal. Uh, could be iron. Could be. I know that you were saying before the live that it's maybe to track his heart rate. Maybe. Uh,
But can be for blood, can be
yeah,
for
but
tension, can be
like
for
I like normally it's kind of weird. Like they have a I don't know if you have this, like when our football team, the F Montreal, is all
yeah.
like kind of bra here, yeah, and they're tracking like their heart rate, blood pressure, that stuff at once. And I know that players are doing that sometime. Like it's just like a little run here with tape here, like nothing around. So it's kind of weird.
But you don't know. It's like you don't know the things because I know Djokovic do one or two times during the week do um, alternative like diet.
Yeah, yeah,
So he didn't hit like during 16 hours,
yep. That's kind
only
of
water and everything. So it's like to drain his body
yep,
to feel better.
yeah,
But if you have to play, you need maybe some things like this, and especially on the Grand Slam because you play like 4 or 5 hours,
yeah,
and the things is you don't even know against who you're gonna play.
yep. And could be a tough game because when you have to win 3 sets, you have to play well to win 3 sets, and even if
Yeah,
it's like not a good player on the other side.
yeah, because Nadal is like is gonna play. He's 100% at every shot.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I think Djokovic now is in a place where, and I can like understand why he's about this. And we have to remember that before 2011, he had won one Grand Slam, and one
No, the first Grand Slam is 2000. No, is 2009 or 2011, I think.
2011, right, when he was playing with Wilson.
Yeah, but 2011 played with Wilson, I think.
What was his best year? Like his
No,
breakout.
2010. 2010 is the first one, I think. Is the US Open or something like this.
Oh yeah, maybe he had one of his first at the U.S. Open, and then probably yeah. I don't.
And 2011, he come out of everything
Yeah,
and
and
start to be on the big one.
talking about this is first of all he did a lot of yoga, and he completely changed his diet. And the question that I have, like when I'm seeing that, is that okay? So all the player knows that it's not a secret, like, but why they are not all doing this? First of all, because all the bodies are different, and I feel like mentally it's really tough to do it, and you got to be like kind of crazy to do it. And I feel like now Djokovic is in this spiral where he's like, oh, I'm gonna try the next thing that's gonna make me better, and so that may be another thing that he believes that is gonna make him better. And we get to give him credit, like he's 35 or 36 right now, and still playing his best tennis.
The diet is not bad. Is I do it too.
Okay, is it hard?
Uh, mm, no, like it's like if you want to lost like weight and everything's and like find your best way and is kind of good. I did like 24 hours
Okay,
eating nothing, like only water
Yeah.
Basically, you do like you don't drink, you do nothings, but I have to training.
Yeah.
So not I didn't talk about tennis. I was like talking in golf.
Okay.
Uh, just before the COVID, is I was training like a lot because I have a new coach, everything's. But the thing is, I'm 175, and
Okay.
my weight is what it was 82,
Okay.
81. It
Yeah.
was too high.
Yeah.
So to be a very good tennis player, you need to be like 5 to 10 under
Yep.
uh, your size.
Yeah.
Uh, but in golf, there is nothing.
Yeah.
Most of the best player are around like the weight and size.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the things is me, was thinking like I was 81 to lose like the most quick I can. Uh, the way to be like 75 to 73
Yeah.
and like start a competition at 75
Yep.
because I know after the competition is like five days. So I was like in third division.
Yeah.
So it's 2 days of practicing
Yeah.
and 3 day competition.
Okay.
So during the 3 days of the competition, you lost a lot because like you use your mental like a lot. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
not like very physically, but
No.
mentally is
Yeah.
very is one of the most hard sports I did like mentally.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's for sure the hardest part. And I'm not a good golf player. I played like once or twice, and it's so tough. Like if you want to be good at this, you need to practice. And even if you practice, you maybe are not gonna be good.
No, it's like I saw guys like after 1 year, 1 year and a half, I was three handicap.
Huh? Nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and 2 years I was zero.
Okay. So pretty solid. But like I imagine that when it's counting and in but not tournament, but yeah, is it they call it tournament? I don't know. Like
No, I did like I start like 6 months. After 6 months, like playing, have like shitty swing and everything.
yes.
But I do everything with the ball,
Okay.
and I find a coach. Like it was like pro before
Okay.
on the European tour.
Yeah.
Uh, in young age, he played with Ballesteros in the pro on the European tour. So, and the thing is, he explained me, okay, I say I was 19 handicap,
Yeah. Oh,
around 20.
yeah.
And I say, like, I want to be a pro player. He
Okay.
say, okay, so you 28, uh, you're 28 years old. So the things is like you want to be pro. For me, your best friend is the green.
Yeah.
You have to be there like 70% of your time.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. Arrive like I was like focus every day. So wake up like around 6 in the morning, do academy, running, uh, eating, go to the club at I was like at 8:30. I was in the club. I
Mm-hmm.
take a coffee, break like 30 minutes, and 9 a.m. on the green to 12:30.
Okay.
1 hour break, and if I didn't finish my exercise, 1 hour more
Okay.
because nobody trusts on me like to be a pro player.
But then, did it work?
I have my card. I have a category in it's third division, but I come from nowhere.
Yeah. Exactly. So
And the things is like I was like playing. Uh, I didn't play. It's like few years before. I passed pro. I was on the tour. My first tournament it was in Czech Republic.
Okay.
So I came there and I saw like 15 French guy or 20 French guy talk
Okay.
together and even oh hey, what's up? You remember me? And so on 20 French guy, there is like only one say hello to me.
Okay. Because
And
they did.
I was speaking French and I don't know. And I say, okay, this is French people. Okay. And I say, okay, good. And the things is, uh, what I I did is like I meet all my friends was from other country.
Yeah. 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 So finally, you were French, were more speaking English.
I was speaking English every day.
Yeah.
So all my friends, all after I was like invite like in Denmark, in Germany, in Australia, uh, it was better because and there is like the second year or third year I don't remember. There is like French guy like because I start to play very good like every time close to the every time to the cut
Yeah.
and they a French group like eating and I go with a German guy like he was like number one on number on the top three in the ranking, you know.
Okay.
Can I sit with you? Can I eat with you? And the French guy, why you don't come with us? Ah, I don't know. I prefer talk with him. Like if I can learn some things, you know. I don't
Like,
want to be like with them because the first time they didn't accept me and everything. So
and I think we can relate to tennis because I don't know if you saw this like lately. People were saying that Shapovalov was not really liked into the locker room. Like there's two guys that mainly a player don't like on tour and that we all knows about. It's Tsitsipas and you have Shapovalov. And I don't know if it's due to reputation, if it's due to how they act when they arrive. Like you were saying that, like the French people were not saying hello to you, but I saw that Tsitsipas was known to arrive at tournament and not saying hello to anyone. Like Carlos Alcaraz arrived to a tournament and he's like hello to everyone, shaking hands, all that stuff. And even if he lost, for example, against the player like the last week, he's like, "Oh, hello, how are you? Good." It's just like the basic, like you're living alone on the tour, and so I mean, it's time, to not to make friends. I know it's your job and all that stuff, but like you're there, like talk with people and try to to just enjoy your time with all the other pros.
it depends because there is a lot of things, you know. Is like it depends if you want like be professional or you want to be friendly. You in the tournament and the tournament is like is your job like you said and
Hey, hello.
example when when I do my tournaments during the tournament like the day before the tournament I was so friendly and everything and when is the time of the tournament my only friend was my caddy
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and
that,
the other guys I try to don't talk with them. It's
yeah,
like have to play for me. My caddy is there for helping me,
yeah,
and so the things is like there is people. I don't like Tsitsipas how he hacked. You understand?
yeah,
Sometimes and but I can like when he's that coaching and everything for me is cheating. Already you can like you can be coach on the court. I
yeah,
think he changed it, and I think he's like worst for the
yeah,
tennis.
yeah. And it's changed everything. But like at the same time, we all know that everybody was doing it. So I mean, like,
Yeah, it was like with hand or something like this. But you saw the dad of Tsitsipas like,
oh yeah, it was crazy, and that's something I don't know if people are saying that Tsitsipas has a bad reputation because of his dad or because he hacks like not great.
and take like 15 minutes to pee.
Yeah, that's also something. And I feel like, it's the same thing when you're in a group of friends. When somebody start to not like someone, and he's gonna talk to everybody, and everybody is
Yeah,
gonna oh, okay, so I don't like him. And I think like the day that Alcaraz plays again against Tsitsipas, and Tsitsipas start to hit like shot at him at the net, like once it's fine. The second time it's too much, and then after that he's doing it again, and Alcaraz start to hate him. Then Alcaraz at him, you have the thing at the U.S. Open with Andy Murray, and I think when Andy Murray is speaking, everybody's listening. Like if he says like, "Oh, this guy like don't know how to hack on a tennis court," then you know that people are not gonna like Tsitsipas, and so that's something that can happen. I know that Shapovalov tend to have excessive reaction on the court. Was it in Rome last year when he screamed like "shut up" to the crowd and all that stuff, and so that may be part of it, like just basic respect and just
it's
basic.
like the best. It was Medvedev in U.S. Open when he made the
Yeah,
final.
yeah.
It was
um,
like crumpy and everything, and
but he seems like a kind person.
and it was booed because like okay, I agree with like some people like the kids uh, saw him like asking for the towel,
Yeah,
and so the kids bring the towel, and he took the towel and
yeah, yeah,
throw the towel to the ball boy. I
yeah.
understand.
I saw Ernest
uh,
thrown out of the game, like because he was always like shouting at ball boy in Montreal for the qualification round. He was playing against Bernard Tomic, and was
but
like point number one is like, "Oh, I'm asking for the balls and all that stuff," and like the ref is like, "Calm down. It's qualification round. It's their first game. Like, just stay calm, and it's gonna be fine and all that stuff." Like you're like, "Okay," and then the towel, just throw the towel and all that stuff. And so the ref said, "Okay, now it's finished for you." And
but the thing is Medvedev outside of the court is one of the like
yeah,
one of
and
the best guide in the world. Quoi.
and that's why the player loves him. And so,
Yeah.
for the final 5 minutes, do you want to do like we did the last time, like going through every single game that's gonna play today and just say what we think. And if
Yeah, so today already we have Karachev Tifoe just started.
okay,
Uh,
normally,
yeah, because like the draw for the third round is already made for the first quarter,
yep,
the first semifinal.
yep,
So now, uh, so we have Olga Rune like
yep,
directly on the fourth round, on the third round.
yeah,
Uh, so I don't understand. We have two qualified guy,
okay,
Olivieri
okay, easy.
and Vavasori.
Uh, yeah, like let's go with Oliver.
Okay. After we have like a lucky loser Hanfman. So he did like a good things in Rome,
Yeah, 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 he's a good player, and he's
but he's a lucky loser.
yeah,
He
yeah,
lost. He lost in qualification,
and
so
so
he picked
it's
up
cool.
for be there.
And he's
So
playing.
he's against Serendelo.
Cirondolo should take it,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be close. Yeah, for sure, it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
For me, it's gonna be
uh, Ridderknecht against Fritz.
Fritz got to take it. Like I really like Nick, but like I mean, Fritz gonna take it in like 4 sets. He's gonna
It
lose.
depends. It depends because Clay is not. I don't know. Like the last the last time he did in clay.
Yeah,
But the bet is like 1.11 for Telefritz and
yeah.
6.5
I
for
would go
Arthur.
with
So we have Tommy Paul and Nicolas Jerry.
Nicolas Jarry should win. Like I know he's not the maybe he's not the favorite for the bet,
He's not
but
the favorite.
yeah, but he's a clay court player.
No, no,
So
no. Tommy Paul is not the favorite, but he's 16 on the
oh
row.
yeah, yeah. But for me, Jarry should win that.
Okay, so we have Marcos Giron against Jiri Leashka.
You know what? I would go with Leshka. I believe in his talent. He's a young player and should do. And even if he's not winning, like it's been great for him, like this Roland Garros. So yeah, we'd go with Leshka.
Yeah, but the thing is like the bet is like for Leashka because it's 144 for him and 275 for Marcos.
Okay, yeah, because Marcos is more of a, he's a guy like went to the NCAA, all that stuff, so he's a more of a hardcore player.
So already Casper just won this morning, I think,
Yeah.
when we're
Well,
sleeping. And already is playing. We have Sinner and Altemeyer.
Sinner should win.
Is two set one for Sinner already, and already just like we talk about this, and the fourth round, Altemeyer broke is 2-0 on the fourth set.
Oh, nice! It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, so I think after I'm gonna watch it. Oh, they put as one take. We didn't do girls.
um, and do you have any more game?
Yeah. So already is yeah. I don't know if we say we can. It's a Rushevory
Yeah,
against Dimitrov. So
I really
Dimitrov
love how
one set for one for Dimitrov already.
I know that probably Dimitrov is gonna win, but I really love how Russo is playing. So I would go with Russo.
Yeah, yeah, there's still like a lot of there is time. And
Yeah.
after we have Alex Malkan against Zverev.
You know what? I This is my upset. Molchan is gonna win because
It's a good one. It's very
yeah,
good.
a really good player, and I feel like he's one of the most underrated player on the tour. Like people don't understand how good he is. Like
You,
his back.
you have you have a lot of player like this. Is like example we didn't see from this like the Thiago World like gone like beat Medvedev.
Yeah.
But after like Medvedev is already playing Thiago, so and is runs one set for him and 1-1
Okay.
on this. So against Guido Pella.
Could Thiago could win, but Guido Pella is a guy with a lot of experience and all that stuff. So, but it's possible for him to win.
Yeah. So there is a lot of things. It's like
Could break up.
so just starting Karachev Tifo.
Yeah. So
So I liked Karachev.
yeah, but oh yeah, you're right. He's good on clay. Yeah?
Aslan Karachev, yeah. It depends. It depends. Like
I'm gonna say
um, it was last year.
yeah.
It was last year on in Monte Carlo.
No,
It was like lost like easily on the first run in Monte Carlo last year.
yeah.
And it depends on the time. Like we saw him like a lot of time. We saw him like playing like amazingly 1 year, and after we didn't see him anymore.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, there's 1 minute left. So
So we have Bernard Chorich against Pedro Cashin.
Chorich is playing well on clay. So I would go with
Yeah.
Chorich, but Kachin is not a easy player to play against.
So Domino lost,
Yep.
and already Nishioka Persil.
Yeah.
Purcell. I don't know.
I would go with Nishoka, but I don't have an opinion on this.
Yeah, it's like two set one
So
for Nishioka and 4-2.
okay,
And after the last one is Thiago Quido. Not, I will go with Thiago
yeah,
because
yeah,
like all my guys from my club. Whoop, 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 whoop,
I
whoop.
on that one.
I know like if this weekend there is like yeah, he still continue to play this weekend. There is
Yeah.
like a big barbecue in the club.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's a specialty here.
yeah,
Like all the weekend you see nobody, and during the weekend, like no, it's like all the week you see everyone on the club. During
yeah,
the weekend you can't play because there is nobody.
yeah. Okay. So
There is everybody is in the barbecue.
so we're gonna see tomorrow, probably same hour or a bit later, just to see if we were right with our prediction. And yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna
that's
see because after like they go to the round three, and tomorrow is will be another one.
yeah, perfect.
Alcaraz, Shapovalov.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it will be that match. Fonini and
So
everything.
yeah. So see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. So I hope this one gonna be good on the internet because I didn't find yesterday like the first time how to do it, and I would like to put the live in before like when we're gonna do a live. I know we're gonna like talk about this and we're gonna far away to talk about another things, but we are not professional. We just love this game, so I hope you like, and see you tomorrow to talk. And I would like to do um, like a live because we do on the with the phone, and I don't know how to put the live before. Um so I tried to do with my computer and everything, but today I didn't find it. How to go in live with the link I did. So I hope you enjoy. We talk about everything. We go in any way because we are not professional commentator. We need to write. I hope like the next week we're gonna like write some little things to to have like a big conversation on this. So and especially, but it's the first week we have a lot of match to discuss. The next week we have like less match. It will be better to just talk about like a small matches. So thank you very much, and I hope tomorrow morning for a new one, a new session with Alex. So he's from Canada, and me, I'm in Brazil. I'm from France, and I live in Brazil. So we basically didn't know each other. We just talk about together on the YouTube channel, and we meet each other like this. And oh, do you want to like do something with me for Roland Garros? Because I will do alone. Because I like to do something like this for the Grand Slam. I did for Australian Open, but it was like difficult to do alone. So thanks a lot, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day and play well.